In this film, we're going to show you how to lay a sheet vinyl floor. With the right approach, sheet vinyl flooring is quite easy to lay. And for most rooms, you'll only need one piece of sheet vinyl for the whole floor. For this task, we're going to wear knee pads because we'll be spending quite a bit of time on our knees. You'll need to use a utility knife, so make sure it has a sharp blade. Keep the blade covered or retracted when it's not in use. When you're making your cuts, do it in such a way that you won't injure yourself if the knife slips. First, give your floor a thorough sweep or vacuum. If your existing floor has been treated with a wood preservative, it's unlikely to be suitable for covering with sheet vinyl. Check the manufacturer's instructions. Make sure the surface is free from any protruding objects such as nails or screw heads or dust and debris. This is particularly important. See our films How to Level a Wooden Floor and How to Level a Concrete Floor for guidance on how to do this. Now you need to measure the room. First, measure and record the length and the width of the room. Make sure you're accurate about this and include any alcoves. Measure right up to the centre of any doorways as well. Now, before laying your vinyl, unroll it in the room you're going to fit it in and leave it for 24 hours to acclimatise. If you have underfloor heating, also turn that off 24 hours before you lay your vinyl. Now rough lay the vinyl and adjust it so that it fits as closely as possible, allowing for the 75mm excess. With obstacles like a toilet or sink pedestal, you'll need to cut around them. We'll show you the process of doing this with this sink pedestal. Cut a series of slits in the vinyl around the pedestal with a utility knife. The first cut should be where the vinyl meets the pedestal. This is followed by cuts at regular intervals that are angled towards the first cut. You need to do this on both sides of the pedestal. Press the vinyl down and fold the flaps up around the pedestal. The flaps at the back of the pedestal should neatly meet. Trim the excess with the knife to make a perfect fit. Continue to work around the room using the same method with each obstacle you come to. Once you've cut around your obstacle, first read the instructions and safety information on the can. Then spray the adhesive along the edge of the floor, taking care not to spray it onto the walls. Then stick the tape to the floor around the edges of the room without removing the backing paper. Use a small block of wood and run along the top of the tape to make sure it's firmly fixed. Repeat for the other edges and put some tape around the base and pedestal and any other obstructions. Now we're ready to lay the sheet vinyl into position and fix it in place. Working around the room, lift each edge. Remove the backing paper from the top of the double-sided tape and then push the sheet vinyl firmly onto the tape. Well, that's the bulk of the job done. We just need to think about the finishing touches. If, like us, you're laying the sheet vinyl in a bathroom or similar wet area, you could seal the joint between the sheet vinyl and the wall with a sanitary grade silicone sealant. Make sure that the sealant tube nozzle is cut at a slight angle and is cut to have the right size hole. The bigger the gap, the bigger the hole needs to be. Start at one end and move along in one continuous movement, maintaining a steady pressure and speed. To smooth the sealant, you can use a sealant shaper or a wet, soapy finger, but always remember to wear gloves. Another option is to fit a trim between the edge of the floor and the wall. Finish off your new floor by fitting a T-bar or threshold bar in the doorway to make a neat join between the new floor and the flooring in the next room. And that's the job done. A beautiful new vinyl floor. For more ideas and know-how, visit DIY.com.